Please stand for the silent prayer. It's the public comment period.
Can I just ask one question? I'm sorry. Is there any correspondence? No?
Now, the sheriff has asked to be moved up. I think it's item F, comp time pay for employees. Is that just the sheriff's employees or
Any other? Yeah.
any other? Okay, well, but you're here to speak, so. We'll move him up. He's got an interview.
Yeah, regular interview.
Okay.
Just present my comp time for my employees and all I need to do when they work their holidays.
We can act on this because it's on the agenda. Do we have any lists for other employees or?
She has, I don't know which ones, but you know which ones. She been checking with her, there's some in the county clerk's office, all of them are okay. But the other four, I'm not sure. None of the other officials have said anything about it.
Nobody said anything? Well, I guess we've still probably got time, or as that goes, probably be done next meeting.
You could. The handbook says like,
Oh, okay,
we're supposed to approach the commission.
okay. So that's- Okay, have we seen all the requests? We've seen all the ones that you've received, right?
Yeah, because they give it to her.
Okay. Do we have a motion to approve the comp time?
I got a couple of questions
Okay.
before you do that. Okay, I guess the question would be for you. How do they accumulate all these hours?
Instead of taking the holidays off, they work the holidays.
Instead of taking them off,
And
they
if
work?
they take them off, they work them.
That's like mandatory or what?
No, they have a choice, right now.
Well, you know, it's kind of just get, they have someone on duty all the time.
Yeah, I prefer them to work, and those are the ones that work.
Any other questions?
Just wondering how they get them in.
I'm good. Okay. Do we have a motion?
I'll make a motion to approve comp time for people who need it there.
Including her office? too?
Yeah, everybody, yeah.
All right, okay.
We have a motion to approve the comp time pay for employees as listed in various reports. All in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Aye. Opposed, same sign. Motion carries.
I'll need it, yeah. You don't need it.
Thanks, Dennis.
I might be.
Okay. Okay, next item on the agenda is Jamie Reiser. Oh, there you are. I saw you back there.
Good afternoon. Thanks for having us back down. I am Jamie Reiser from the Day Report Center. I just wanted to update you a little bit on what's going on. There's nothing major. We presented our program and our grant to the Grant Review Committee last week. Everything went good. There wasn't anything out of the ordinary. There wasn't any great questions asked or anything, so it seemed to go good. They were supportive. Glad to see that we're getting 2 other counties on board. I'm working on the drug court, getting it started, so everything was going good there. We are going to start advertising for the DRC officers probably the last week of June 1st, somewhere in there. We'll run the ad for 2 weeks, start interviewing, hopefully around the 22nd, somewhere around there of June, for the DRC officer in Doddridge County, Pleasants, and Ritchie. Also for the counselor for Doddridge County, which will also go to the other 2 counties. It's a 3-day-a-week job, 1 day here, 1 in Ritchie, 1 in Pleasants. So everything's looking good there. We have some resumes already that people are interested in the job, so I don't think we'll have a problem filling that position. Basically, we have built the program from scratch again. It's going real good. We have the most referrals right now that I know of that we've had in the last couple years. We're somewhere around 27 active, and we have 7 that are incarcerated that will be released back to the program eventually. So it's going good. It's not gone as fast as I would have liked it, but it is moving forward. Where the referral base is growing is what they wanted to see, and we've done that. We've pretty much done everything they've asked. So things are looking good. I just wanted to update you. We haven't backed off at all, so
Good.
we're looking for good things. So,
Okay.
Thank you very much.
you have any questions? All right. Thank you all.
Keep up the
Okay.
good work.
Thank you.
Mr. Tennant from Pierpont called and he cannot be here, so he's going to reschedule.
Okay. Okay, next item on the agenda, Shane Brown, McClellan Fire Department.
He just stepped out from there.
These are coming. Okay, thank you. I guess that's not here. Oh, there you are. You moved on me. We can move to the next item on the agenda and come back. Item D, depository bonds. Okay.
Okay, we have to do this in May. Yes, concerning the amount of money in each bank. And we have to recover the bonds from the banks. So there's one for each bank. Check with Martha. They're for $4 million.
Do I need to read this?
It's up to you.
State of West Virginia, Doddridge County, County Clerk's Office, May 19, 2015. In reference, designation of banking depository, West Union Bank. Pursuant to Chapter 7, Article 6, Section 1 of the Official Code of West Virginia, it is hereby ordered that the West Union Bank, West Union, West Virginia, be designated as a depository for public money for the fiscal year beginning July 1, 2015 and ending June 30th, 2016. It is hereby requested that the aforesaid bank indicates its acceptance of designation and execute good and sufficient bond in the amount of $4 million on or before the 30th day of June 2015. It is further ordered that the clerk of this commission be directed to transmit a copy of this order to the West Union Bank in West Union, West Virginia. And the other one says exactly the same thing, only it's Cornerstone Bank and it's the $4 million. So, do I have a motion?
I so moved.
All in favor of the motion to approve the banks, the West Union Bank and the Cornerstone Bank as banking depositories? All in agreement? Say aye.
Aye.
Opposed, same sign. Motion carries. Okay. Now, we're back to you, Shane Brown. If you would, come up to the microphone.
Okay, thank you, gentlemen. We appreciate it. I've been kind of out of the loop here as far as what's going on fire EMS wise in this county. I was newly elected to the board of directors of the McClellan District Fire Department this last election. We're tasked with an issue, which I know everybody has them. Since the levy is gone, we all know revenues are down. Now what we're tasked with the problem of trucks. Back in, I believe it was 2008, we came and talked about our tanker, which I think everybody's known now that our tanker has benefited this county largely. This county and other counties. Now here's where we got the problem. We came in and I said, I need to know the status of all of our trucks when we came into the board of directors meeting. Like, well, this truck, we're going through, we paid one off, one's getting ready to be paid off. And then Leon come up and said, well, we got this issue. Our mini pumper, who was a 1987 model, I'm sorry, which services a lot of the county. We have the only actual mini pumper, by definition, this county has, which is used to get across bridges and you can't take an engine across. West Union Fire Department has basically the same engine that we do. Smithburg has a little bit bigger one. It's harder to get places. This truck is used to get well sites, cross bridges, 23. Ralph, we know how many bridges we have on 23, we can't take an engine across. Now, the problem with this truck is we've got two major issues going on. Number one, we have formed a crack in our frame of our truck. That's a safety issue we don't have to worry about. From everything I've been told, it's not going to be fixable. Also, we have a tank leak, which also could be dangerous, if you're going down the road. Sloshing water, yes, it's baffle tank, it's also dangerous. So, sat down in the meeting and we're like, okay, we need to figure out what we're going to do. because we're not going to have a choice to fix it, unfortunately. If it was up to us and the officers and the board of directors, we'd fix that sucker because we like it. You know, we bought it, I believe it was 2004, 2005 from Westover Fire Department. So we bought it used. So, you know, we've got the use out of it. So now we're going to have to look for new. New, used, an alternative to what we have. I have a couple things that I've got out so far. I bid out new, I bid out used, and just, it's all over the place as far as prices. It's expensive. What I came today, and the board of directors, as well as some of the officers came in today, is to see what you guys would be able to do, give you what we have here, and show what we've done, you know, as far as like our old truck that we bought with your guys' gracious support last time, and see what we can do. Our tanker now remaining has 10,200 left on to pay off, which we started off with 167 to 168,000. Don't quote me on the exact price. When we bought this truck, it was originally going to be financed 15 or 20 years. We financed it 5 years. Never missed a payment. You know, we've been good to our deal. You know, we took the $25,000 that the county commission gave us, put it with $25,000 that we had revenue saved up, and put 50. It was actually a little bit over $25,000. It was like 58,000 total is what we put down. We financed 110. We're down to 10,000 now. You know, which another payment with state money will be going out. It'll be under 10,000. What we would like to see is if you guys would be willing to do, listen and see what I have here, and see if maybe we can go ahead and get that truck paid off. And we're willing to take out another loan to pay off, or to get a new truck. We just don't need a little bit of a boost because we don't have the county funds where we did before. And that's the big lapse. Because I feel very confident in saying we'd be able to do it if we had our county funds still. But that's where we've lost since last time. I know as far as, you know, anything government time, quotes are big. You know, get quotes, get bids. I have some new bidding out equipment if you guys would like to see it. This one is called Fouts Brothers. It's in South Carolina, I believe, is where they go. And this is Finley Fire Equipment, which is in Ohio. Only thing I've found so far is they build what we need. Finley, it's not going to be. It's going to be more of a brush truck. And that truck's going to be cheaper out in the end. What I also have is we've been providing water to an area resident on 23 since 2012 because of the fracking has ruined their well. He absolutely is totaled his well. Our mini pumper goes out and does that for him. You know, he's generous enough to give us a donation for the, you know, the gas, and pays for city water from Salem, of course. And that's the only thing he has to drink water from, to take showers, is from what we deliver. You know, it's not feasible for him to pay for 1,000 gallons in our engine, and, you know, we're going to be hurting there too. We've talked with Antero and multiple sources. There's, of course, everything's reset. They're trying to get us a donation as soon as they can, whatever. My thought, and the board of directors thought, was this: we asked for $25,000 in 08. We've proved, and if anyone wants to see it, they can see the truck. We've done a lot with it. What we wanted to do, we'll take $10,200 and put it on, pay our truck off, it'll be free. We're done. And then either the truck right there that Commissioner Robinson has is actually just under 90,000 brand new. That's out the door, we're good to run it. The one Commissioner Sandora has is 103,000. Very expensive. We've also found it's a 2003 model that they're wanting 60 for, and then we found an 01 that has a little bit more options, and it's a little bit more feasible for rescue or fire that we can do both off of, and they're wanting 65 for it. So we're in the middle of, you know, a conundrum here. We're going to have to do something with this truck. There's not a choice that we have, just get rid of it. What we've also done to kick down debt for our department, we are putting up a 1977 engine, getting rid of it, so we're getting rid of the maintenance costs, insurance, and everything off of it, as well as getting rid of the other mini pumper that's going to be more of a hazard and it's going to be a help. So what we're going to do is combine those two trucks as well into one unit. So we'll go down from having 5 trucks, you know, or 6 trucks to 5. So if you guys have ideas, comments, please share it with us. if we can get paid off, and if we can get enough from you guys, if we can get anywhere close to what we got before, we could throw the rest on a down payment. I've talked to Huntington Bank and a couple others. They're willing to work with us to get a loan to secure it, especially since the predicament we're in. You know, this is a bad situation. So if you guys can help out in some way, we greatly appreciate it.
How much is the old truck worth, Shane? Yeah.
I'm just going to take a shot in the dark, and this is absolute shot, and this is just from looking at what others are getting. They're saying that, you know, it may be 15, maybe 10,000. We won't get that out of it because of the damage. And it's nothing that we've done, it's just stress. You know, it's an 87 model F350 that, you know, it's been through a lot. It's pumped a lot of fires. It's, you know, it's done a lot of rescue. So, and of course, we all know that going up on the well locations is not going to be easy on a truck, unfortunately. And it's got its pipeline training out of the way, that's for sure. I remember at one point getting up and getting a 20-year-old boy off of a well site, or a ridge site. He was being cutting in trenches, and pipe fell on him. If we didn't have that truck, we'd never got to him. He may be dead right now. Now he's recovered, fully working. You know, so that's what we're wanting to be able to do, is be able to effectively provide that service still. Because right now, we're not going to be able to do that.
What other truck you want to get rid of?
Our other engine, 41, it's a 77 model. We bought off the Salem Fire Department many years ago.
How much is it worth?
It's probably about the same. It's just with the age of the equipment, it's not worth a whole heck of a lot. We got a couple oil companies that are looking at buying it as well. A collector's been looking at it. A lot of that stuff's just out in the open air right now, just trying to get an idea. We've been working on this for some time, but now with the truck problem, it's become more of a light.
So what you want from the commission is what?
If we're able, and like I said, this is just a request, 10,200 will be able to pay off tanker, and then if we can get whatever the leftover out, 25,000 will be put on down payment for a new or used, whichever way, which we're good with either way, truck. We got good service out of our used one we have now. I've talked with both places that have the used trucks. They're good, serviceable. They're not the 6.0 motor that has problems, thank goodness, which that was one big thing we were looking at. So 25,000 overall, if able, you know, we'll take any help we can get. But the big thing is we need to get it paid off, this truck paid off, and enough to put a down payment on that we can get our loan secured and get this new truck in here. Because if we're babying it now, so that's what we're asking for, guys. Any questions?
I have a question.
Absolutely.
If we was to give you this 25,000 that you're asking,
Yes, sir.
and you go apply for a loan for this truck and you're denied the loan,
We'll return it.
return them out.
Absolutely. And we are also, the board of directors did vote to make a separate account for the truck fund, and that's it. So if we get, say when we sell both trucks, if it's before we end up buying this other truck, then it will go all in that account. It will be separate. There will be nothing mingled in with state money, county money, private donations, nothing. It will be all set in one account only. So that if you would ever have any questions, we could pull the truck account and say, this is what we had in the new mini pumper fund. And right here it is. There's no questions. I think it's a little bit fiscally responsible to just throw it in a little general account and then numbers being mingled together.
Where are you hauling this water to?
Battle. Big battle.
Big Bend.
Mike Ash. There's a gentleman's name.
Battle Hill,
Well, we
top of Battle Hill coming out, right in the curve.
The trailer?
Yeah.
And we're going at least 500 gallons a month normally since 2012. And he's been half a years.
He pays you for your services.
He pays for basically the fuel is what it covers, and then whatever, because they charge. They charge him at the city of Salem for the water, obviously, but and it offsets the fuel usage because that thing sucks fuel.
Do you all invoice for the vehicle accidents?
We're looking into it at this time. I know a lot of other places do. We've tried, and I don't believe, Bobby, has there been any return on that? I don't think there. No, we're not. There's not been.
When you say return, what do you mean?
There's been no. We could send out and say, hey, you guys pay us this much for man time or whatever. Kind of sort of like we do with brush fires. They pay us minimal amount for manpower and truck usage. But there's nothing, if we have a billing company or something come in, like I know some departments have a billing company that bills for car wrecks or for structure fires, we can't do that right now. It takes a motion by you guys,
Yeah.
and I know Barbican just went through it. It took basically the act of God to get it put through. It was about a year process.
We did
2
that.
years ago, we authorized passed a proclamation, if you want to call it that, authorizing the volunteer fire departments to bill insurance companies.
Okay.
They weren't, I don't think they were to bill individuals, at least that's what they indicated. Isn't that?
Yeah.
And that being started, which we've all discussed in the meeting, and actually we were going to pursue. I had a company that I was speaking with to try to get that too, to help supplement that as well. Yes, yeah, that's absolutely it. Up for
Yeah,
yes.
I mean, I don't know how many accidents you respond to, vehicle accidents, but that can supplement your.
Yeah, it does. I know other department I talked to, they're looking at about, I want to say 1,000 or 2,000 every 3 months is what they're getting back off of it. That's just roughly. And that's their run numbers comparative to ours. So it's a little bit helping. Every bit helps, and you know,
I would personally, I would prioritize that pretty high.
oh, we are absolutely.
Getting that
It's just
in place.
paperwork with them and reading in how you guys did things. That's going to be the big thing there. But we're absolutely, we're going to have to. We're not going to have a choice, unfortunately.
You have any other questions?
No. I'm good.
I have, I don't necessarily have a problem. What I have a problem with is just one company in the county. And so I think that if we're going to help one fire department, we need to help all of them.
Great.
And there's 5 or 6? 5.
And that's actually why we chose this meeting today, is because we talked about and read in the paper how today was supposed to be the meeting that we could come in and talk and say, this is what we need, guys. And that's we took the opportunity to sit down, took the time to make sure we had some bids together for you guys to do that.
Well, 2 years ago, I believe it was, we funded somewhere in the neighborhood of $90,000 for the fire departments to cover workman's comp and liability type insurance. And then last year and this year, there were no requests. So I guess, at least from my point of view, I just assumed that everybody, all the volunteer fire departments were doing okay since
The state, I believe, started supplementing. I'll have to go back and read in, but I believe the state has started supplementing
The workers' comp,
the workers' comp.
yeah, we're still waiting on a check.
Yeah.
But
Okay. But you're still, in my opinion, we need to help and work on this problem. And it's not just one department. I think it's probably all the departments. How do you feel about it? How do you commissioners feel about that?
I feel we should take care of all our fire departments. Whatever their needs are, I think it's our responsibility to fill their needs.
And that's if this matter wasn't important, if it wasn't a truck issue, we were fully fine. We're gonna pay off tanker, and then we're gonna tackle. And that's where it kind of kicked in high gear for us. Is we got an issue, and that's something brush fire season, or we have a structure fire somewhere up 23 we can't get to, then we're gonna have a liability. Property insurance is going to go up. We don't have problems. And I don't want that.
How quickly can you get this new?
There's a couple. If we go used, it'll be more immediate. The big time frame holdup will be just getting everything paid for the financing. The one bid you don't have in front of you, they told us anywhere from 90 to 120 days we have a truck.
That's
Yeah, that's quick.
Brand
That's
new?
quick,
That's
yeah.
brand new though?
Yeah, that's brand spanking new.
Okay.
From the top, wheels up, basically. And most of them from the smaller trucks are about the same. So you're looking, 90 to 120 days roughly.
Okay. Well, I kind of think that there's a consensus that we need to help all fire departments. The question is, at what level? You guys have a feeling?
How much did we give them before?
25,000.
Well, now that was on a truck, right?
Yes.
And then here 2 years ago, is that what you're referring to?
Yeah.
I think it was right around $90,000 for all the departments. It depended upon their level of employees or volunteers, and how much they had to pay in workman's comp and how much they had to pay in liability insurance. So one company got more than another company, but it was based on percentages.
Man hours is a big thing for us because they tag it on to us for man hours. So.
Well, I'm assuming, okay, and I know you're not supposed to assume anything, I won't get into that, but there's no fire departments have come before us asking for anything. This is the first one that's ever come, am I correct?
That's the first one that has officially come before us.
Officially come before us and asking us for anything. And I'm assuming that the other fire departments are in good shape, or they would have been here, or they should have been here. I don't know.
Well,
Usually when somebody doesn't come asking for anything, they don't want nothing.
I talked to a person in another fire department, and they said that they needed monies too.
Okay.
It's a cost state problem. This is not a county problem, but yes, and like I said, that's the big thing that we would sit back to if it wasn't for the priority of this truck. If it was a second line engine that we don't ever use, we could deal with it. This is something that uses almost every call that we run.
Well, I'm in favor of giving to all the departments, no matter how much you want to give them.
Right.
Yeah, I'm not.
So you want $10,200, right, to pay it off,
That's
plus $25,000?
well, no, 10,200,
Okay.
and then the math out of that for down payment.
Okay.
Yeah, 14.
Okay.
They want 25 total.
Yeah,
Okay.
and our plans were to, when we sell those other two trucks, they would all put that all in the fund together, and that would be the big down payment, which both trucks should go quickly, easily. I don't see why not. If a private, company like ESP or someone who does well site protection, that mini pump would work for them because it's not going to be out on the road. So,
We have room in the budget for 125. Well, I know, but I mean, it's not going to cause us some problems. Okay. All right.
I'll do it for you, right?
Okay.
I make a motion to approve $125,000 for all 5 fire departments, divided $25,000 apiece,
Equal amount.
equal amounts.
Okay. We have a motion before us to give the 5 different volunteer fire departments $25,000 each. All in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Opposed, same sign. Motion carries.
thank you guys. I know companies 1 through 6 will appreciate that. Thank you very much.
We certainly appreciate the efforts of the volunteer fire departments.
I can get you copies of those. I'm going to copy them all. Me and my printer had a fight, so.
Okay.
Okay. Next item on the agenda, smoking area.
Okay. I got online and searched a lot of different places. One of them had the interesting name of No Butts. opinion. Um,
Okay.
And there were some others, they range, it depends on what size you want. It depends on, they have ones with just the top, they have ones that are closed in. Some of them have a bench for maybe 2 people with 1 door, some of them have 2 doors. They range anywhere from $1,900 to about $6,000. So it's how much you want to put into it. And,
Who would install this?
some of these companies
We
are
would-
far off. I don't know if they install them or if you have to get it done yourself.
I would,
And I didn't check either. I don't know if some of the local places, like to go to Lowe's or something like that, if they would have anything like that at all.
No.
what do you fellas think?
Whatever they need.
So I can do some more research on it. You can do some pictures of things and show you how big they are and all that. I just didn't have time to get into all that, but I did look it up and that's what the prices were ranging.
Okay.
Some of them I wouldn't even look at because, I mean, just for instance, just the top, that doesn't do any good when it's raining and it's cold and,
They need an enclosed shed.
yeah. And of course, they all have the same, the track, the ash thing, the cigarettes and all in it. But some of them are just standing, they're just, just go in and stand there and, some of them have maybe a bench or 2 that you can put in. Like I said, it just depends on how big, how many people you want in there,
Right.
Some of them are just real small, and some of them will hold up to 6 or 7 people.
Well,
Do we need one that big?
I would think because we don't usually have that many people standing outside of it. But, the thing of it is, they're supposed to go down to where the cigarette thing is on each side. There's one in the front and one down there, and it's the right amount of space. But if it's raining or if it's cold, they want to stand on, the ones that go out back, they want to stand on the back porch, and the smoke goes into the picture's office, even if the window's closed. It goes in and they're both allergic.
When they stand down below.
Yeah, and they're both allergic to it, and Beth really has a lot of troubles.
It's a legal form of center anyway, they have to be.
I know, but you have to have somebody that enforces that. So, I've gotten on to my girls, I have a couple that smoke, and I've gotten on to them when I called them and you have to go down there and you don't smoke.
Would you mind getting some more information
I would not.
and maybe the information would have installation instructions or some kind of,
Because I think it is, other public buildings, big buildings have those.
well, it doesn't affect me other than secondhand smoke, but I understand. So do we want to table it until,
We have it next time.
okay, all right. We'll table it until the next meeting, and you will secure some more information.
Yes.
Okay. All right, our next item on the agenda, Health Department funding request. They've sent it in, I know.
Yeah, they've already sent it in. You guys,
We'll be considering that.
okay, they need it as soon as possible, so they have to tell the state. But I didn't realize you was doing it tomorrow night, so at the time I was following to it, so I didn't do that tomorrow night.
those also. National Community Action Month Proclamation.
I don't know if you have a copy of it, but here.
Yes, we do. You both of them.
And if you don't mind if I take a picture of you signing it,
Yeah.
and we can post that to our Facebook at Community Resources. It's in
Are these
celebration.
both the same?
Yeah, the one that I brought before and that one are the same. It's
Okay.
51 years of community action. Next year, Community Resources is going to celebrate 30 years in this community, so that's pretty substantial.
Okay, I will go ahead and read this then. National Community Action Month Proclamation. Whereas community action sprang from the heart of President Lyndon B. Johnson's 1964 proclamation of America's war on poverty, where the battles must be won in the field, in every private home, in every public office, from the courthouse to the White House. And whereas community action has been putting a human face on poverty for 51 years by advocating for those who don't have a voice so that they may enter the middle class and reach for the American dream, replacing their despair with opportunity. And whereas community action builds and promotes economic stability as an essential aspect of enabling and enhancing stronger communities, which in turn promotes self-sufficiency for the limited income, ensuring that all Americans are able to live in dignity. And whereas community action has enhanced the lives of millions across America by providing essential, life-changing services and opportunities such as affordable housing, economic development, health care, energy assistance, natural disaster relief and recovery. And whereas community action already serves 99% of America's counties in rural, suburban, and urban communities, and because it is right, because it is wise, and because in our hearts and minds we believe it is possible, we will conquer poverty in our lifetime. And whereas community action will continue to implement innovative and cost-effective programs to improve the lives and living conditions of the impoverished, continue to provide support and opportunities for all citizens in need of assistance, and continue to be a major voice of reason in establishing welfare system reforms. Now, therefore, I,
It's not your name.
Gregory Robinson of Doddridge County, do hereby proclaim May 2015 as Community Action Month in recognition of the hard work and dedication of Community Resources, Inc., and all community action agencies. In testimony whereof I have hereunto set my hand and caused to be affixed the great seal of Doddridge County on this day of. Do we have a motion?
I so move.
Thank you so much.
We have a motion to accept and issue this proclamation for the National Community Action Month. All in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Aye. Opposed, same sign. Motion carries. You just want me to sign right there?
That would be great.
You want me to fill this out or will you?
Do you have the,
Yeah, I do.
Okay. Thank you.
Thank you.
Is Bo around? Oh, I'm sorry. Well, he keep forgetting about that.
Commissioners, I think we need to go into executive session about the library.
Probably what we can do is approve the delinquent tax list, the second item on there, and the floodplain report, and then.
Here for me?
Yes, I'm ready for you.
Nothing to report.
Oh.
No new reports or anything else like that. So I've got additional information from litigation, from the lawyer. Just got a phone call from him,
Okay,
but we'll need to go into executive for that at some point.
okay, well, hang around,
Thank you.
we've got an executive session coming up, we'll let you know. Okay. This is the list of delinquent taxes. Have you reviewed it?
No.
Do we all?
I'm not going to have time to review it all, but
We need to approve it. And the sheet, the top sheet, signing of that, I have to approve it.
after review, do we have a motion to accept the 2014 delinquent taxes?
I move to accept the delinquent tax list.
We have a motion to accept the 2014 delinquent tax list. All in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Aye. Opposed, same sign. Motion carries. I believe that takes care of,
I'll have to change the provisions. You have to go to the
Oh.
executive session to add part of our.
that completes the regular agenda except for one item, proposal for Dr. County Library, and we're going to have to go into executive session on the advice of our council. You all are obviously welcome to stick around and come back in. We will go back into regular session, so Do I have a motion to go into executive session?
I'll make a motion to go to second session.
We have a motion to go into executive session. All in favor, signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Aye. Opposed, same sign. Motion carries.
What's the time?
Pardon?
Time?
Time is 4:58.
Tied up in the morning at the hospital.
Okay.
Okay. I have a motion to go back into regular session.
I move we go in regular session at 6:27 PM.
All in favor, signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Aye. Opposed, same sign. Motion carries. Beth's not here for budget revisions, is she?
There she is.
There she is.
There she is.
Oh, I'm sorry.
You said there she is, but I didn't know what I was supposed to say.
Budget revisions?
Yeah.
Okay.
The 125 that did for the fire department, so I went ahead and did it since we had a break there. The new part-time and person at the extension office has started. We need to move money in there to pay her salary till the end of the year because we didn't budget for that. And they're going to reimburse us. Law enforcement, their retirement FICA wasn't right and I need to get it fixed. I don't know if we used the wrong number. Well, I was figuring it out.
You all heard the budget revisions. Do we have a,
Or two of them. So three.
there's three.
What's the first one? I didn't hear.
First one is the 125 for the fire departments.
Okay.
How much are the revisions?
Total of 134,000. $125, 3, and 6. Okay, are we ready now?
Ready?
Do we have a motion?
I move we accept the budget review.
We have a motion to accept the budget revisions. All in favor, signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Opposed, same sign. Motion carries. I guess I probably should have indicated that there's no action after the 3 executive sessions. Exonerations and am I supposed to sign?
Or I hadn't seen it, so I don't know.
Okay.
What's that?
The
Division orders, do I need to sign?
Those just came today,
Okay.
so they're not even on the agenda or look at it. They're just came today.
Well,
You need to look over it.
I mean, I already have.
Oh,
We've never voted on these. I mean, we voted to lease the property way back when, or to, not to lease it, but the amendment, or amendment to the agreement, the lease modification. There we go.
yeah, there's this, that's the second one of those, but then it has the thing to do.
Yeah, and I can't figure out why, because they're paying us on the third and fourth wells. Wait a minute. This is the second, third, and fourth, isn't it? Yeah. Yeah, this is the third and fourth wells, because that's what we just started paying, they just started paying this month, this past month.
Then there's an authorization to do direct deposit if you want to do that.
But we haven't done that on any of the others. I suppose we could,
Have they said that to the office? I remember the division orders, but I don't remember seeing the.
yeah, they send that every time,
Okay.
every well, or every unit.
May I ask a question? Does that say that you're certifying your ownership, certifying the percentage of ownership? Be the first few words.
Says the undersigned certifies the ownership of their decimal interest in production.
Their decimal interest.
Proceeds as described below payable by Ontario Resources Corp.
Do you know if that's your decimal interest? I'm not trying to be smart here. I'm asking a question that was asked to me.
I have thus far myself found Ontario to be honorable as far as calculating the percentages. So.
Well, I'm not saying that they aren't. I'm saying that because of the way the pools divide the interest down, most people don't have the knowledge of how far down it's been divided in order to certify that that is your interest. In other words, they don't have the information to say, yeah, that's it.
I don't. Like I said, my only comment is that that I've found them to be and we've already gotten paid on, started getting paid on these, and that's also what I have found them. They won't pay you until you sign the very first division orders, and then once it's once you're in the system, they will go ahead and start paying you even though the division orders aren't signed. But they would suspend it if you refuse to sign. I don't think. Matter of fact, I was going last year when the original division orders were signed on the first two wells. I don't remember where I was when I wasn't here. I think so. Well, if that's what we did, then
We have the,
we've already gotten the check, so
we have,
put it on the agenda.
we have the, not Betsy. April, thank you. And, yeah, excuse me, Scott.
Something about the house over there, the two gas meters. It looks like the air conditioning, the central air and heating is on one meter. The gas was, it's on 1 meter for that system. And then there's 2 or 3 things in the other meter, smaller items. I didn't know if you want just 1 meter there instead of 2, or put the one, everything up to 1. Because we're paying the basic charge on the one.
Yeah, we can hook them up to the
I couldn't
One of
figure
them
out why,
is-
I couldn't figure why one was so much higher than the other. And so I went over there and I saw
No, not yet. Ronnie.
that there was one system for both apartments.
Yeah.
So I knew it had to be on one meter, and that was why one was so much higher than the other, just when it was cold. Because there's only one central air and heating.
Really?
Yeah, because we probably went over to check. I said, let's go see what's going on. So we went over and we looked through, we could only find one unit, so it must
Well,
be
there's-
taking care of both
there's
places.
actually two
So is it some,
units sitting out there.
I mean, inside is where I was
Inside.
looking.
Oh, gotcha.
I know, but I know the one bill was high, a lot higher than the other one, and I couldn't figure it out.
Well, I would say if you can combine them,
Into one.
Talking about the gas bill?
One with just the basic charges, which I think it's just like the water, maybe a water tank or some
Well,
outlets or
that's-
something on it.
that may be, well, no, it's central heating.
Yeah.
What about, what kind of, is there anything for, like, of course, we're not gonna have a cook stove there, but
I don't think